Meeting held here at the George Keller Public Assembly Room, the Lawrence Governmental Center, convening at 5 p.m. on September 23rd, 2021. We will call the meeting to order. Let the record reflect we have a quorum to do business today for the City of Lawrence. The minutes of the regular meeting of September 9th are before us, 2021. Are there any corrections or deletions to the minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
By Mrs. Browner. Is there a second?
I second.
Second by Mr. Clark. Are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0. Minutes are approved. Going directly to unfinished business, which is none before the board at this time. Directly now to new business. Item A is approval of internal communication and work-related messaging procedural notice for the Lawrence Police Department. And Chief is here and may make any comments you'd like.
It's kind of a lengthy document here. The gist of it is Evertel is an app. It's a communications app that officers can use, supervisors, really civilian employees. It's a way for instant, secure, encrypted communications for work-related items. We can set up chat rooms. So, for example, my middle shift can have a chat room. My day shift, my SWAT team, hostage negotiators, drone operators, whatever specialty group, they can have their own room. They can talk. Administrators, such as myself or any command staff members, can talk to the entire department. It's a way for us to have instant communications at a moment's notice with or on a device that everybody has, and they're always on them anyway. So it's kind of a way to make email kind of a thing of the past in terms of communications internally.
Moving technology forward, it sounds like.
Yes, we can also use it to communicate photographs, videos. A gas station gets robbed on day shift, and they're looking for a red Toyota pickup truck. Day shift can send messages to the incoming middle shift to be on the lookout, those kinds of things. If the suspect happened to be captured on video inside the store, the detective who gets that video can send it out to all shifts. So it's something that we used to do via email, which sometimes is it's a lot slower and it's less reliable. But it's also, what I like about this is all the internal communications are kept. They're not, we don't have the ability to manipulate anything that we send or receive. It goes instantly to cloud storage. So for public records requests and FOIA issues, we're able to provide instantly those communications between officers. And Caitlin kind of reviewed this proposal when we saw it a couple months ago. I think very much in favor of it. The mayor is in favor of it, and we think it might be something that we can apply to other city departments, if not citywide for all city employees. So the police department is testing and evaluating at no cost right now. And then once we decide if we want to go with it, that'll probably be about a month away to see if it lives up to all the things that we think it can.
Questions for the chief?
This will be on their own personal device or city-owned device?
It'll be mandatory on city phones.
Okay.
It'll have to be the app will be downloaded and used. It's optional for personally owned phones, which probably the majority of our department uses their personally owned phones. But the feedback I'm getting right now is so far I haven't heard anybody that doesn't want to try it out.
Pretty cool.
Okay. Other questions? Hearing none, is there a motion on the floor to approve the communications and work-related messaging procedural notice?
Motion to approve the internal communication and work-related messaging procedural.
By Mrs. Browner. Is there a second?
I second.
By Mr. Clark. Are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0, so that is approved.
We'll let you know how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Chief, thank you. Item B, approval of a service agreement for drug and alcohol testing services with the Indiana Testing, Inc. for the Lawrence Fire Department. Chief?
How are you? We currently use a service that, because we do randoms, we also do for any time there's a promotion, new hires, sometimes that there's some issues that there's monthly testing done. We had some issues with the company we were using, so that's why we have decided to switch to this other vendor. Some of the language, our city attorney had to clear up, send it back to the vendor. They changed everything to her specifications, and so that's the contract you have before you. But it's something we've always had. We're just changing vendors.
Questions for the chief?
No?
Okay. Mark, any questions?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Would be a motion to approve the service agreement for the drug and alcohol testing service
Motion to approve the service agreement.
by Mrs. Browner. Is there a second?
I second.
By Mr. Clark. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 3-0, it is approved.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Chief. Then we have the approval for service agreement, and the last item on the agenda today, service agreement for Tandem Mobility LLC. And we have that before us. Are there any comments on that? Anybody have any questions on it, on the agreement?
Do we have a sponsorship? Like, I know the Pacers do the ride share thing, or is there an pending sponsorship agreement with a company to offset the cost?
Not to my knowledge, but I've been involved with reviewing this and making a lot of changes for legality reasons, but not as much with the actual project itself. So I could probably ask around and see, but I think that's a good idea. I mean, I just.
Yeah, I know all the other bike share or whatever it's called. Well, this is called Tandem, but it's actually the same thing that downtown Indianapolis and Carmel and all that have. And I just was curious if we're going to look for someone to help with sponsoring it. So, yeah, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Is there a motion to approve the service agreement
Motion to approve the service agreement.
by Mrs. Browner? Is there a second?
I second.
By Mr. Clark. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 3-0. And that concludes new business. Comments, administration. We have a comment Renee is going to bring forth.
Our city engineer, Sri Venugopalan, asked me to let you guys know that we are going to be publishing an RFQ for the mowing services of city properties and right-of-ways. And that to be expecting a contract to be coming to the board here in the next couple meetings for your consideration.
Okay.
And to also invite anyone in the public who has that type of business to please go to our city website. You'll find the request for quotes there, and we'd like you to bid.
Okay.
That's all I had.
Okay. Good note, news on that information. And we'll look forward to seeing the bids and so forth on the taking care of the right-of-ways and other grass areas. Citizens' comments? Okay, no citizens' comments or motion to adjourn
Motion to adjourn.
by Mrs. Browner. Is there a second?
I second.
By Mr. Clark. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion 3-0.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.